I was a backslider in the Pentecostal church. I turned back on God when I was 24. I got out of church, I got into drugs and alcohol. I never thought about God no more. But I had a prayer mother that was praying for me, which I didn't know about. It took her 20 years to pray me back into church. I had a lifestyle I refused to give up, even though I knew that God was dealing with me about it. I love my booze, my drugs more than I loved anything else. That's all I cared about. That's all I wanted. Like God got to dealing with me. I knew God was dealing with me. Like I said, I didn't want nothing to do with God. I was running. So in 1992, I had a stroke. I went to the doctor. I was on the job. The coworker said I need to go to the hospital. There was no way. I thought, no, I'd be all right. It was after holiday weekends, after Christmas. I'd done a lot of drinking. I was blaming it on the booze. Now they persuaded me to go to the hospital, so I finally went to the hospital. When I stood up, I almost fell. The doctor done an examination of me. They could find nothing wrong with me. They said, as far as they were concerned, I was in perfect health. So they blamed on my lifestyle, my booze and my drugs, and alcohol. In 1996, God woke me at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was crying. I knew God was dealing with me. And I couldn't stop crying. I was sober. I've been drunk a whole lot better, but I was sober. So I told God I'd live for Him. If He'd let me stop crying. When I did stop crying until the next morning about 7 o'clock. So I got the phone book, and I can't read the phone book without my glasses. I'm very foresighted, I cannot see anything without my glasses on. This big bold literature up there said East Leesville United Pentecostal Church. So I called that number. The pastor wasn't home, but his wife was, so I asked Sister Gibson. I didn't go to church. She said somebody come pick me up, because I didn't have no car at the time. So she said a young man picked me up. I went to church that night, and after the preacher got through the sermon, I kept my promise to God. I went to the altar, and God refilled me with the baptism of the Holy Ghost. I had been in church 3 months. God gave me a verse of my dead wife. I went to her, tears in my eyes, crying, and trying to get her to go to church. But every time I went to her, she said, I can't. I got desperate. And I asked her why she's so determined to go to hell. But she went and said, I can't. I asked her to go to church, and she said, I can't. 5 months later, she was January 3rd, 1997, she was dead and gone. I was sitting in the back at the funeral, and I wasn't crying. I thought everything would be all right. I walked that casket, kissed on the forehead and beard, and I started crying real hard. And at the casket, I grabbed hold of the casket like I couldn't let go of it. So I had to help. I was holding on to it. I could not let go of that casket. So my pastor came to help me out to the graveyard. So out the graveyard, I got down on my knees, crying like I was inside the church house. And says, roll that casket in the ground. I was my left side, and I got down on my knees like that, but I did. I couldn't tell you who helped me up. And after it was all over with, I went to Walmart the next day, and I could hear her screaming for me, calling my name. It was so real to me that it made me stop my tracks and look around and see if she was there. That happened to me 3 times in Walmart. I hear her hollering to me. She hollered me for help her. She was asking me to help her. I couldn't help her. She was dead and gone. I knew it. So I finally asked God, Lord, what's going on here? I said, she's dead and she's gone, Lord. She's dead. I'm sorry about that. When I had a stroke in 1992, I got the 5 packs of cigarettes. When I went to that church, and God refilled me with the baptism of the Holy Ghost. He delivered me what I needed to be delivered from, like my cigarettes, my alcohol. The thing is, when God delivers from something, you really know it, but you get the next morning having a desire to want for something. It's just amazing. It just kind of freaked me out. But I was smoking 5 packs of cigarettes, and got the next morning kind of fussing. God, I can't make my coffee without my cigarette. If I did make my coffee, I fussed a little while there, telling God I couldn't drink my coffee without my cigarette. You know, I actually sat down and drank that coffee and never thought about a cup of cigarette. And it just freaked me out. Thank God turned my life completely around. Now I'm saying God, I ain't saying me. I'm telling y'all people out there, God can turn your life completely around if you want to turn it around.